Hi, this is Amy. I'm back today to show you how to make a letter B as a cake topper. Once again, I'm working with an 8-gauge silver aluminum wire, and I am going to go ahead and get started here. First, I'm going to bend my wire as such, and I'm sorry, it's kind of hard. I'm working in my little photograph tent when I'm trying to do this for the video, so bear with me if you will, please. And I like, as I've stated yesterday in the video, to try to do my letters as at least between 4 to 6 inches tall. And don't actually have a tape measure still, so I am just kind of eyeballing this. And I'm going to use, it's just a piece of copper piping that's been cut, and I'm just going to use that to try to form my B. Now with it being so big too, you might have to manipulate the wire a little bit to get it into the shape that you want it to be. But with this wire, even though it's thicker, it is still pretty easy to work with. Alright, and I'm going to take my needle nose pliers, and I'm going to make a hoop here in the center. And once again, I'm sorry, it's not probably the best situation to be in to be making this, but I'm going to give it a shot here. Alright, so I did that little hoop in the center there, and then I'm going to try to just kind of use that tool again and I want the bottom part of the B to come out just a little bit more. Now sometimes people will make them to where they actually are thinner and come down. I kind of just like to have it just come out. And again, I can take my fingers and just bend it into a shape that I want it to be. Like if I'm not happy with the way this shape looks up here, want it to be more rounded, whatnot, I can just use my fingers to manipulate it a little bit. Okay, so once I have my shape like that, then the finishing touch at the bottom here is just to kind of bring a little bit of a loop, pull this around like this. Alright, so I have a little piece right here. And I'm going to use this part as my tail that goes into the cake. Now, if I were just going to make a letter that would be just a letter itself, I would cut this off and just make it as a little swirl. But since I'm going to use this as the part to stick into the cake, I will leave it like it is. I could actually even bring it, if I wanted to make it a little bit fancier, bring another swirl up here and bring it down. You really want to have maybe 3 to 4 inches that go down into the cake. So I will be trimming this off here in a minute. Alright, and then we have the piece that comes up here. I want to loop it. Now you can use a tool if you want, but I'm just going to use my hands and then just bring it around and just keep bringing it. Now you can make it do several loops, or you can just make it do just a couple, just around like this. And you can use your needle nose plier if you want, and that's up to you. Just have it come, even maybe bring it down a little bit more if you want it like that. Again, it's just up to you how you want to form your B. Alright, so then we have that. And I'm going to take my cutters, and these are wire cutters, and I'm just going to snip this off right here. And then you have that. And like I said, I kind of want this to be a little bit more rounded than kind of box shaped like it is right now. So I'm just going to use my tool and just kind of round it off a little bit more. Like I said, and again, with this shape you can actually, keep twirling it, make more hoops in it. But I'm just going to leave it just like this. And then as I mentioned, will cut off just a little bit. I want to be able to stick it down in the cake and have it stand. And again, this might be a little bit bigger than what you would normally want to make it. Anywhere, like I said, between 4 to 6 inches is pretty common, I do believe, for the cake toppers. And just think, the top of the cake round is probably about 6 inches typically. So you want something that can be seen. And I think, you know, this is something that actually would be seen very easily. Alright, so anyways, there you go. Pretty easy. It only takes a couple minutes to do. And let me know if you have any questions, and I'll continue on with my series of creating the alphabet for your cake toppers. Have a good evening.